Family, friends, fellow gamers, educators, and students, welcome to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get some grump on in Baldur's Gate 1. Baby, here we go. Let's get back into this game. Resume. So we have just left Candlekeep. Our 2-star characters so far, well, you guys saw the first one already. This is Storm, or not Storm, this is Carlo. Carlo is a level 1 Paladin. Awesome. He's a level 1 Paladin. So far we've earned 345 experience points. I got to go 2250 to get to the next level. My stats here, I don't want to say I didn't min-max, but I kind of did min-max. I don't want to have to go through this on every upload, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it real simple for you here. I was happy with 1834 strength because after 6 hours of rolling, I got tired of waiting for something better. I did give him an 18 dexterity. That way, when I do come across, spoiler, here comes the first one, when I come across the gauntlets of dexterity, I don't have to give them to my main character. I'm actually going to give them to, spoiler number 2, Minsk. Because Minsk only starts with a dexterity of 13. So we're going to bump him up to a dexterity of 18 with those gauntlets. Maxed out constitution here. That means I get my maximum dexterity and armor class bonus. Constitution, intelligence, and wisdom. These numbers are irrelevant. They don't matter. I do need the 13 down here because that is my minimum score as a paladin. And I maxed him out at 18 charisma because he is my front man. He is also going to do all the purchasing for us, and he is going to do all the negotiating for us. So that's where he comes in. Now, Emowyn. You guys all know Emowyn. So, she is a strength of 9, 18 dex, which is the highest you can have for a human. I guess we should have started on this side. She's a level 1 thief. She's only got 9 experience, so she'll grow with us as we go along. As a thief, this is great because she's got the highest bonus that she can get for this. I think she also gets a little bit of a bonus in her archery ability with that. Constitution of 16 is actually the highest you can go for a non-fighter class character. So where he's getting a +4 to his armor class, she is still going to get a +2 to hers. Intelligence is 17, which means that she has a high enough intelligence to dual class into a mage, which, spoiler number 3, more on that later. Wisdom of 11, that is irrelevant. And if for some reason you were running a front person that was not very charismatic, you can always throw Emowyn up in the front. And with her 16 charisma, she's decent. Let's get into the game. We got a lot of things to do. So the first thing we're going to do after the ambush is go to the ambush site. And we're going to pick up as much stuff there as we can carry. So if you go to the end, which you cannot see because of my chat window over here, you're going to see where the ambush site was. So we're just going to click here in the center. And this is automatically going to bring our characters up into this area.
Agreed.
Once they come into this area, I'm going to click on this red diamond. And what the diamond is going to do is show me everything that is on the floor. Uh-oh, are we paused? Yes, we were. Okay, it's going to show me everything that's on the floor. And like I said, I am just going to gather everything up that I can carry. And then we are going to go ahead and head over to the friendly arm in. Okay, they're there. I'm gonna click this button, boom, and there is everything that is on the floor. So what I'm going to do, what makes it easier is just to have one person pick everything up, and then disseminate everything later. The one item of particular interest here was this scroll. This is Gorian's scroll. And if you read it, okay, there we go. My friend Gorian, please forgive the abruptness of which I write. So basically, he is going to tell of the events that are taking place. Basically, you know, we need to get moving as fast as we can. There's a crisis down south. We need to figure that out. But there are other problems that are bigger than the crisis. So, and yeah, it's just let's see if that's what you could read there. Let's go here and then pause. He tries to remain neutral in all of this, which is probably fairly safe, because you don't want any one party basically ruling over the other, which is kind of like what we have here in the States, where you're either one of two parties, and if your party is in control, you basically rule everything that takes place, regardless if it's for the good of everybody or not, which it no longer is. And that's my political opinion. You can take it with a grain of salt. Let's just say parties have a tendency to look out for their own. Okay, should anything go right, don't see. Okay, do not hesitate to seek the aid from the travelers along the way, and Jahira and Khalid. And they're at the Friendly Arm Inn. Once again, there's another prompt to get us to go to the Friendly Arm Inn. And then we got this initial E. And for those of you familiar with Forgotten Realms, you probably already know who that is. If you're not familiar with the Forgotten Realms, you have no idea who that is. Now, the reason I didn't keep that Warhammer was because right here, we've got a Morning Star. And I am going to take the Morning Star. Am I going to take it? Because eventually I'm going to become proficient in this, and there are magical ones. My dilemma right now is, do I want the Morning Star or do I want the staff? It doesn't matter. And see, right here is my longsword. This is why I did not purchase a longsword. So I am going to equip myself with this. I'm going to take my dagger and give it to Emmeline, even though she can't really use it. This is a belt of antipode. Once again, if it's blue, don't equip it unless you know what it does. In my case, I do. And it's just going to say girdle on it. So I'm going to park it right there. I don't think Emmeline can identify it. If your lore is high enough, a lot of times you can identify items. We'll try it. But more likely than not, you're going to need an identify scroll. I'm going to let Emmeline carry that. Here's a regular dagger. We're going to sell this stuff. And you know what? For the time being, I'll wear the leather. See, that took my 6 down to 4. Right there. Currently, I'm at 6. Once I put this on, I'm going to go down to 4. Boom. And once again, I'll reiterate, the lower the armor class, the better armored you are. Not like 5th edition. Okay, we're good to go. We got another bow here in case we got somebody who's going to use it. But no, that's going to get sold. Okay, move on. Boom. And that was the ambush site. Now, I don't want to clear everything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the road. In this game, they say roads are safe. At least your chances of being attacked are minimal. Another area that's normally safe are the margins on the screen or of the region. So if you're trying to get through an area without any encounters, You want to stay on the
Hello
road,
there.
or you want to stick to the margin in the region. Cole said, "Well, busy day for me indeed. Strange noises through the night, a plethora of people strolling about the woods. You don't look much the hospital like the last two I met. Well met, stranger." And we can say, "Stand away from me," which I wouldn't say because I'm a paladin. "Could you help me?" My father said that. "I would have your assistance. I was ambushed and I require whatever you can give." That is actually the paladin response, because paladins, I don't want to say it's an ability of theirs, but they have the right, if you want to use that word, to demand food and lodging when they're on journeys or quests or adventures. If they pull into a city, they can go to the inn and they can demand a room and they can demand food. I saw two people in the woods. I was told to meet some friends here at the Friendly Arm Inn. Oh, you saw two people. Yeah. You know what? I am going to say this one only because I could use whatever assistance he can give us. He's going to say, "Sorry, man, I can't help you. Make friends where you can." There's a good. Um, but also be weary of your friends. Let's just put it that way. So thanks. Luck be with you. And you know what? To you as well. Boom. And that was a pleasant dialogue. Keep going. Um, I will probably, yeah, know what? We could walk next to each other. Let's come on up here. We're just going to stick to the road. And then right up here, we got two individuals. And quite frankly, these guys are looking kind of shady, if I might say so. Now, there's a couple different things we can do. Number one, of course, engage them in dialogue, and then we can talk to them. Number two, and this is if you're a sneaky-ish kind of person, is
You require aid?
paladins have the ability to cast Detect Evil. And if you are, I guess, true to the letter, if somebody is evil, should we be allowed to drop them on the spot? Because these two will light up as evil, which would give us the right to attack them. Otherwise, we could engage them in conversation. I really don't need them, though. And I think what we're going to do, let's engage them just so you can see their dialogue and you can listen to another one of the top 3 most annoying people in this game. Czar. Here we go. Montaron. Which one of these was the leader? I think Czar was the leader.
As needed.
Montaron, you are so aggravating. 'Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
Yeah, that's how he talks. But let me tell you what. He also goes off the charts. So, here we go. Continue. Czar looks like looks to have been roughed up quite a bit. Yeah, I guess he's talking about us. So, indeed, can I offer healing potions if you wish, a token of goodwill? Now, you know what? I am going to say yes, only because they haven't given us any reason to hate them. Nothing to fear from these simple potions. I will not even hold you in debt, although your conscience knows otherwise. Okay? Montaron, just like all good people. So there's already a hint as to what their alignment is. So we get a potion of healing. And the way you can see that it is a potion of healing is to compare it to other potions of healing you have. If they look alike, they're good. If there's any difference in the two, it's sketch. Okay, perhaps as payment, you would go with us to Nashkel. It is a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumors. Now, here comes the thing. Do we want to travel with them or not? My reason for not is because I don't like to share my experience with other party members I'm not keeping. So, technically speaking, I might be a dwarf. I'm a little dwarf. I'm a gnome. And that's because I also have deep pockets and short arms. So, now we could you know what? We don't need them. I'm just going to play out the rest of this. So basically they want to join us to go to Nashkel. I am going to say yes for now, only to get them in our party. There is little else for me to do. I may as well go with you. Go on your own and leave me be. No, I would join with you, but I must meet someone first. Perhaps you'll go with me. And they will say yes. We've precious time, but it's best to travel accompanied. And you know what? That actually is sound advice. I will go with you. Ye owe us for the time. Okay, so this guy, he's just as Winthrop would say, he's an arse. So now that they're in our party, the only thing we really want from them is their possessions. So there's another oil of speed, because Monteron is we can actually look at him, and another potion of healing, which he'll take. Your short sword will actually go to Emmeline, because she's proficient with that. And now we have studded leather, which is going to upgrade you. And Monteron here, in case you ever want to take him, is a multi-class. He is a fighter thief. So dexterity of 16, for a short guy, it's pretty all right. See, he's a halfling. So he's got a dexterity of 16, which isn't bad. 17 dex is really good, although it would have been better if he had an 18. And I don't know if a halfling can go up to 19 or not. Constitution of 15, he could have used one more here to max. You know what? No, he is part fighter. So he would have benefited from an 18. Intelligence is, what's that ear word? Irrelevant. Wisdom, irrelevant. And see, he's not really the prettiest dude on the block. Or what do we want to say? The brightest crayon in the box. So he would not be a good front person. And so that's him. Now Czar. Czar is a necromancer. He likes to play with dead things. 14 strength, believe it or not bad for a magic user. 16 dex, highest dex, no, not the high. It's 2 less than his max. I'm trying to think. Constitution, he's squishy. He's very squishy. Intelligence, he needs that 17 to become a mage. Now it says here he can dual class. So I don't think a fighter has a minimum. So he can possibly dual class into a mage fighter. I don't know if this will get him into thief territory, or maybe this wisdom would get him into cleric territory. And then it all depends what they're going to let him go into. And then once again, he's not the most charismatic person either. But what we're interested in are these scrolls. And they're going to go to Emmeline. Even though she can't use them right now, they will come in handy later. And you know what? You don't need that. We will sell that when we get to the Friendly Arm Inn. And that's all we needed. What we're going to do now is we are going to reform our party. And this is one of the duos that if you let one go, they both go. So we are going to take Czar. We're going to remove him. And we're done.
Something troubling you?
You're letting me go, but we have shared so much, so many good times. Truly a sad day indeed. Goodbye. And sad, blah, blah, blah. All that rot. Come on, Monteron. You are my counterpart. We shall not be separated. And they're going to walk off? No, I guess they're going to stay there. So if ever we needed them again, we know where to get them.
With caution.
So basically, they gave us some items that we can use and sell. Staying on the road. This tree here, spoiler, if you look real closely, boom, right there. There's a diamond. 500 gold pieces for that diamond.
Yes.
And keep going. Now we're going to go off the screen. I am not going to talk to every character in this game. Come on, guys. There's only 2 of you. There we go. Now, this tells you where you can go and where you can't go. Right now, we are here. This is the Friendly Arm Inn. That is our destination, but we cannot get to it. See, it's still shadowed. But this is our next stop right here on our way to the Friendly Arm Inn. So we're going to go there.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Oh, nuts on a biscuit. I did not want this to happen. Okay. It's cheap experience points. But once again, I wasn't expecting this. The way I normally handle these combats is I take out one area. Like I'll take this person out and then run my people up there. And then that way it's going to take these at the bottom longer to get to us than the others. So they both have their missile weapons right now. We'll take this guy out.
Damn.
In a perfect world. Okay, so that ain't going to happen. So what we need to do now is, first of all, I'm going to put the studded leather on. Oh, we can't change during combat. Can I give it to her? Can't change during combat. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting this. I'm going to give you your short sword because that's what you're proficient with. We could give her an oil of speed and she'll just go through all of these people, but we're not going to. And give me that back. Okay, here we go. Back to the game. So now we're basically fighting these people. So you are going to take him out. You're going to take this one out. I don't want to put them. You can go either way by Yeah, this might not end well for us. Oh, I did not expect him to go. Okay, Emmelin's dead, which is not cool.
Seek another way.
Yeah, let's go ahead and restart. We should have done, like I said, I did not expect that to happen. We'll auto-save it from here, and we'll load it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it saved when we left.
With caution.
When we left the window. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Okay, this old man here, remember that letter E? Well, this is E. Ho there, wanderer, stay thy course to indulge an old man. Then he goes into some gibberish language over here. And basically, what's our plan? Not to imply anything, but how do you measure up to your own standards? Pestering strangers in their mental state? A fair bit desperate, actually. Might you know the way to the Friendly Arm Inn? I was told I might find some friends there. I'm not as stupid as listening to strangers. No, that's not the one we're going to use. So it would be these two, but you know what? This dude looks like, I mean, he's lit. He's fire. Or kids will get a kick out of this one. He's Sigma. So here we go. So he's a fair bit, we're a fair bit desperate. Okay, that I would. The inn is a short distance to the north. Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't mention anything about Khalid and Jahira here. I have no doubt that thy friends shall be there, waiting with open arms. How would he know that unless we mentioned that in our talk? But anyway,
Again,
the only
think
thing that we
carefully.
want from this page is right over here in a rock. And this thing we're going to take out. So you are going to use your crossbow. You are going to use...
You're a queer fellow.
And that's what makes her annoying.
What is the plan?
All of a sudden, I'm a queer fellow. Here we go. Take this thing out. There we go. That's the way it should be done. That's the way.
As needed.
So here we go. Let's find this rock up here. Right there. Spoiler. The rock has a ring. Notice the blue? It is magical. I know what it does, so I will equip it. This is a +1 ring of protection. Notice my 4 armor class over here. Put this on. I go down to a 3. 2 more healing potions will open up that slot. Now I'll put studded leather on. I will give Emoin the regular leather. And now that just improved our armor class a little bit further. And we're ready to go. Oh, can she identify this? Yes, she can. Her lore is high enough. So she actually identifies this as a +1 dagger. Perfect. Didn't have to use a spell on that. Can she identify this? Nope. We're asking too much now. Okay. Back to you with that item. And, oh, we were going to go ahead and fill up her quivers. There we go. So she is full also. Let's get into the game. We've done everything we want to do on this screen for now. Remember, I'm saving my encounters, my experience points, for when I get more of my party
You
together.
require aid?
What you want? My blade will cut you down to size.
Okay, that's down. Yeah, let's
Think
go.
carefully.
I think we want to go this way. I think there's a wolf over here, and I don't want to encounter the wolf. Yeah, here we go. Up. And here we go, friendly arm in. Now you'll notice I'm not doing anything else in these regions. And the reason for that is because I want to get my party together first, and then we're going to go clear everything for the experience points. The reason for that is I want to divide, I want to get as much experience for my entire party rather than a lot of experience for only a couple. Cutscene. Now that's not the original cutscene. The original one, and some people will even say was the better of the two. I can neither confirm or deny that.
As needed.
The only thing I'm going to grab out here is underneath a pine tree. And this is perhaps one of the best mages, the best rings for a mage character. I'm going to hit the tab because this thing is small. See, it's that little piece right there. So we're going to come in here, we're going to grab it, and that's it. It's a ring of wizardry. I can't identify this or anything right now, but basically what it does is it doubles, I think it's your first level spells. I think. Once again, we're not doing any quests until we get our party together. There's a lady named Joya who lives right inside here. She has a quest for us. We'll do hers later. Right now we are meeting 2 people. Now, this is the hardest
A cloak of
encounter.
shadows descends over the land.
This is the most difficult encounter in early game right here. Because the most you're going to have are 4 characters. You got your leader, you got Emoen, you'll have Czar and Montaron. I did not take them because I don't want to share the experience with them. But up here is an assassin, a mage assassin. And now you're going to see the value of that wand of magic missiles. Because every time she can hit him with the wand of magic missiles, if he's casting a spell, the spell fizzles. It goes away. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk these people up. And we could engage them in conversation, but
Hi, friend.
But as soon as you engage him in conversation, then he's already too close. You want to take this guy out at a distance. So you are going to use... I never even thought about that. If I should cast protection from evil. Another thing to do is to use your potion of clarity right here, so that he can't cast his fear spell upon you, or horror. I normally just try to take this guy out with this. I wonder if, first of all, it'll let me quick save. Cannot do it. Okay, so we're stuck in combat. So he's going to get a shot off. She is going to use her magic missiles on him. And let's see how this plays out. Okay, we hit him. He turns hostile. And now what we need to do is to get this guy in combat. Like that. As soon as she casts her magic missile, right away, load up another one, ready to go.
Fall.
Boom, like that.
I care not.
Load up a second. Get it in there. See, his spell fizzled. There's the second magic missile. Load up a
You're
third.
a queer fellow.
Yeah, I'm a queer fellow. That's just the way I play. Like that. And boom, there he goes. Even if it costs us another magic missile right there, it was worth it. Okay, this guy has a scroll. It's a bounty notice. Be it known to all of those with evil intent, a bounty has been placed upon my head, the foster child of Gorion, last seen in the area of Candlekeep. The person is to be killed in quick order. Those returning proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 coin. As always, if you reveal these forces, he's going to become a target. You're going to become a target also. Now notice these 200 coins, because throughout the game, that number is going to go up. Now, let's just pick up everything. Actually, Emoen. Good, she's on. Emoen can pick up all this stuff. We don't need his staff, and his gold will get pooled.
What is the plan?
We're done.
At any cost.
So he is a mage assassin. Now here, the first thing you want to do here is talk to this guy. This is Dorn. Dorn is an addition, an NPC addition in Enhanced Edition. So he, man, I sound like I'm repeating the same words over and over again. He is a new NPC. And the only way to get him later in the game is to engage him right here. So here we go.
Yes.
Hey, friend.
It's about time. Bring me another flagon of ale.
Okay, so this guy is a half-orc blackguard. So basically, he's an anti-paladin. He is the exact opposite of we are. Where we're good, he's evil. But in this game, for some reason, it allows you to run good with evil. Now, this here doesn't mean anything right now, except it opens the key or it opens the lock to get him later. So it's about time. Bring me another flagon of ale. I think you mistaken me for somebody. I'm not your servant. Get your own. Well, probably, you know what? You mistaken me for somebody. We'll be nice.
Then why do you bother me? Be gone.
And you know what? Nothing would please me more. So we're out of there. Now this dude over here is going to come over and talk to us.
Hey, friend.
Talk to us
Good
about
to meet
it.
a fine sod such as yourself.
About his uncle. I can't stand the way the roads are cut off these days. My uncle's in Baldur's Gate, and I can't get there to see him. How come the roads are cut off? What does your uncle do? I don't really care what the uncle does. Why are the roads cut off? Okay, where you been these past few months? Roads are crawling with brigands and bandits. Every scrap of iron. So there's that whole cue to the iron thing again. Surely you must have fled some on your trip, lest you came to the by the west, which we did. Okay, well, for your sake and mine, I hope the roads clear up soon. See you around. And here, I just don't want to go into too much. I'm a person of very few words. So you know what? Let's just get this conversation over with. And now we want to go to this corner over here, where we are going to meet Khalid and Jaheira. Now, probably the most annoying person in the whole game, Khalid. Khalid and Jaheira are married. They are elven. He is a fighter. She is a multi-class fighter druid. So, let's talk to Jaheira.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
And that's pretty much her attitude. Good day, friend. You're the child of Gorion, are you not? I recognize you from the letter. Forgive me, I am this, and continue. And this guy is a stutterer, so you got to tolerate him, so to say. So anyway, basically they're gonna ask if I don't think they're even asking. They're basically telling us that we need to go to Nashkel, and that Gorion said that she will become the new person watching over me. We should travel with you until we get settled in. And there he goes. We could travel with you until we find the lot in life. So yeah, he's a stutterer. It would be fitting of the last service to Gorion should we first go to Nashkel. See, once again, now they're pushing us to go to Nashkel. Khalid and I. Okay, so your company would be welcome. Now, here's the thing. I have no intention of keeping Khalid. And, spoiler, if you read the novel, Baldur's Gate, Khalid actually dies in the novel. And, spoiler, if you play Baldur's Gate 2, the Shadows of, I think it's Shadows of Am, he does not appear. Actually, I think he is dead on a slab in that episode. Unfortunately, the way you dispose of, let me rephrase that, make it a little more pleasant. The way you break apart a party of two is to send one of them on a suicide mission. So we may do that with Khalid. There's a couple places we could do that. But actually, I do want Jaheira. I was going back and forth for the longest time. I don't think I've ever kept Jaheira except for the first time I played this game. And I actually ran with both of these. Now, Khalid is an excellent archer, because he is an elf, so he gets a +1 when using a bow. The problem with Khalid is that he doesn't have the strength to use a composite bow. The best bow he can use is just a standard longbow. Dexterity, meh, that's not bad. Constitution, you know what? Not bad. Intelligence, even so, not bad, but he's not very charismatic. So he's not doing it for me. I've never cared for him, especially his his voice in the game is just so freaking annoying. I can deal with Emoen calling me a queer guy. I can't deal with this guy's stuttering and cowardness in the game. Jaheira, on the other hand, is very, very strong-willed, and I think I am going to take her because the only person I would replace her with is Kaivan. Now, Kaivan is also an elven archer, so he's, and as a matter of fact, he's probably the best archer in the game. So there's only one other that might compete with him, and that would be Karan. But for some reason, I think Kaivan is the best. And I'm actually gonna, in this case, I am going to value her spell ability above Kaivan's archer ability. Because we're going to really go for long. We're going to try to make a long run, and we're going to level these people up. So she's a multi-class fighter druid, and oh, she's a half elf. Okay, we can work with that. And so, well, okay. She has to be true neutral because of her druidness. And proficiency, she's proficient with a club. She can also use a quarterstaff, and she can use a sling. So this is where we buy her sling. So let's go ahead and get back to the game. Now we have all 4 of these in. I am going to move Khalid up into the number 2 spot and actually leave him like that because he's a fighter and we can always get him into hand-to-hand if we had to. Now, don't hate me for this, but since I want him dead, I want him out of the party, I am going to go ahead and take all of his stuff. And let's see, you're going to get the splint. And what else do you have? You have a shield. I'll take the shield also. Thank you very much. And the helmet. I think Jaheira can wear a helmet. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the splint on. Now, look at this. My armor class is going from 2 to -1. Boom. Okay, the studded leather, I'm actually going to give that to Jaheira. And the shield, do I want to keep the shield? I think I'm going to keep this shield. Because eventually we're going to get large shields. You know what? I don't even know if I want to buy shields. I'll do this. And see, this is where my sword and board come in. This is that mage ring. I'll hold on to that. That's the belt of Antipode. I'll hold on to that. That's my extra longsword in case this one breaks. Jewelry goes to the thief. I let Emoen carry all the light items, and I let her carry the scrolls. Now, since Jaheira is our doctor, the druid, I'm going to give her all the extra potions that I don't need. This is just I just like to keep a clean window because we're going to sell that stuff in just a second here. Okay, we did not dress you, so there's your, this will take her from an 8 down to a 7, and give this to Emoen, and this will, oh, she's already got that. Okay, so I'm going to give it up here so we can sell it. And you know what? I should probably just give you back these. The red means that they are unusable by this person. We're going to sell this stuff now too. Sell the diamond, sell the necklace. And I don't know if you'll buy... That's Gorian's. I like to keep that for some reason. Don't ask me why. But the bounty notice, he might buy that. The dagger, don't need it, so to say, but you know what? We'll keep it anyway. Here we go. Let's go talk to Bentley.
You require aid?
Right here. This is Bentley.
Yes.
Bentley Mirrorshade. Good.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
A good gnomish name. Because Bentley's wife, Gahilda or something like that, works next door at the temple. Iron is the lifeblood of the region and sure painful. What can I do for you? Well, what do you got to sell? And we don't need a room, but we do have this stuff. And we're going to sell the short bow. We're going to sell this. We're going to sell this. We're going to sell the leather. And I'm going to sell the diamond 500. Yeah, buddy. And you'll give me a coin for the bounty. Good. Sell it. Cool. Now, what am I going to buy? I'm glad you asked. I'm not buying anything for Carlo. Khalid doesn't get anything. Jahira, on the other hand, needs a sling. So there's a sling. Do you guys remember what the magic number is? 12 is the magic number. Done. And does Jahira need anything else? Notice I'm not buying any of the armors. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to buy shields at this point. And she has her helmet. So you know what? We're golden. Buy it. And we're done. Now Jahira
Nature's servant awaits.
needs to equip herself. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. See, 12 is the magic number. She's got a helmet. Awesome. And she's got giant strength there, and she's got a potion of healing. Is that giant strength? Invisibility. Nope, she can hold on to it. And the sling. Boom, there we go. Awesome. Let's journey onward. So we're done here. This is everything we need. There is one more thing that we want to get out of this place. And that's
Agreed.
in the kitchen. And since everybody in the group has more than one healing potion, I'm gonna pick.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
I'm gonna pick Jahira
For the group.
to get a healing potion out of there. And now she has 2. I'm very sparing
Yes.
when it comes to the healing
Agreed.
potions. I don't use them all that often.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of that also. Okay, now there's a particular place. Once again, we're not doing Joyous Quest yet because I do not have my whole party together. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I'm going to get the full plate mail. There was another Easter egg that we could have done here, or it's not an Easter egg, but it's a strategy that we could have done. I think I'm going to go down and get the rest of my party right now. Now, when I go down, I'm going to try to avoid as many combats as possible. So I'm just going to stay on the road over here.
Hello, pal.
So this is Alon. Keep your voices down. There's beasties around. You seem quite at home. What's the most dangerous thing? What should I be weary of? Sorry to have disturbed you. Let them hear. You know what? What should I be weary of? Around here, I wouldn't worry about much. Brainless, the blah blah. Mostly gibberlings. Wolves will rack you up in this game. A hungry wolf is a nasty thing. And one thing he failed to mention is an ogre, but we're going to get to that later also. Right now, we're going to Nashgill. You know what? I'm almost thinking we should have done. I'm thinking we should have done it. Yeah, let's go back. We're going to go back to where the screensaver was. Right here. Load it.
Yes?
Okay, this is the strategy that I was talking about. Whenever you enter a new region,
Agreed.
it's always a good idea, and I'm going to open up my expanse here a little bit. There, that gives them a wider angle. Whenever you're in a new region, you always want to touch the edges and open up what's next to it. Because when you get to the main map, is it called a main map or a world map? World map. This one. Whenever you touch the outside of a region, it opens up what is next to it. So that's a little good piece of strategy there. Because I always like to know what's next to me, especially if I'm going to start navigating north and south and east and west. So here we go. We're going to open up what's next to here. And we're going to go to Peld Vale. And there's a reason we're going here.
You have been waylaid.
Oh, nuts on a biscuit. You guys know I hate these ambushes. I'm not even going to deal with it. Do we want to deal with it? What are these, wild dogs? Wild dogs. I don't know how much experience we're going to get for this, but let's, there's that. Khalid, you're going to fight the way you are.
Servant awaits.
You know what? It's one more chance to get rid of Khalid.
You're a queer
Okay,
fellow.
everybody's got their missile
What is the
weapons.
plan?
Let's take out this one over here. No, let's take out some of these on top. Maybe this one.
None.
Hey, that was quick.
Not in this.
Now, this is the next one we want to take out. But I'm going to switch
You
you
require aid?
to a hand weapon. And Jaheira, you're going to keep your sling. And here we go. Let's get in there.
For the fallen!
I feel so cold.
Oh my gosh, Emmeline got spanked.
What you want?
Get her
I've
out of
done
there.
had enough of this.
Yeah, and now Emmeline can turn around and contribute
Lead.
into the fight.
Really not in this.
Yes.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Jaheira.
Oh my gosh, did we
No.
lose Jaheira?
No!
Oh my god. Okay, I know what I did wrong here. I didn't separate them. So, if you have somebody with a ranged weapon,
Yes.
you don't put a
With
ranged person into hand-to-hand combat. We can do this again. So you
Again.
are going to use that. You've got
Nature's
that.
servant awaits.
You've
You're a
got
queer
that.
fellow.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this dude out right here.
Resist and die.
I don't know why. Okay, now you are going
What
to
is the
go
plan?
with this, and you're going to take him out. You're actually going to run past him,
I've done had enough of
and
this.
you are going to
Yes,
run
all
past.
Good as done.
See, what we're doing is we're taking
You've
them
attacked
out of the
Palestine.
combat.
Nature serve for the group.
And hopefully... Okay, there we go. Okay, we lost Khalid. I know that's not the attitude I should have had. And these two are now gonna join in with their ranged weapons.
I swear you'll never hear the end of it.
And as you can guess, Jaheira is
Yes, oh omnipresent
Peed.
authority figure.
My
right
blade
now.
will cut you down to size.
yeah, she's extremely upset. And now everybody
You
on
require aid?
this one. And actually, that was perfect. That's what we should have done the first time. See how we got our ranged people out of that combat to leave only the hand-to-hand people in? Unfortunately, we'll all shed a tear for Khalid, but he is no longer with us. And Jaheira will stay in our party. Now, where we want to go is Oh my gosh, there's that. We want to go to the north. Where am I? Oh, I'm switching scenes right now. Okay.
Yes.
Let's just get out of this screen because it was an ambush. We're going to Peldvale. And we're going to do this
With caution.
encounter up here. And then we're going to call it the game. Now, spoiler alert, we're going to visit a drow. Probably if you're running an evil party,
Help me.
this is going to
If
be
you
the
don't help me-
cleric
You'll kill me.
you're going to want in your party. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually move him
Yes.
a little bit more
At any
forward.
cost.
So here we go. Help me. If you don't help me, they'll kill me. Sorry, lady, not our business. Calm down. We'll help you. Of course, I'm a paladin. If somebody asks for help, I probably should. Just tell us who you are. My name is Vaconia. I'm not from around here. Thank you so much for helping. And guess who's coming to crash the party?
I serve the flaming fist.
Ah, nuts. That's not where I wanted him to appear. Step aside, travelers. I'm a member of the Flaming Fist. A woman you're harboring is wanted for murder of the foulest sort. She's a dark elf. It should be obvious. Yeah, that's right, because all dark people are obviously evil. Stupid. That's very, very politically incorrect. But it goes to show you, I don't know, man, maybe it's the developers of this game that thought of that. But no, that's not right. See, that alone gives me reason to dislike this mercenary. They lie. I've done nothing wrong. If you want her, have her. You know, we're basically handing her over. You'll have to go through me if you want her. What do you intend to do once you have her? Here we go. Let's question this guy. Kill her, of course. We can't allow that. You'll have to go through us first. Well, if she's a murderer, she deserves it. No, you'll have to go through us first. Boom. And stupid decision, and now we're all sentenced to death by this one person. So we're going to go there. I'm actually going to get
Yep.
her out of there.
I'm gone.
Okay. He is going to take... Do I want to take a shot at him? I'm just going to engage him right away. Like that. And she is going
You've
to
a task?
engage him. Are you casting a spell?
I care not.
Is he really casting a spell? Oh, wait. Oh, she cast command. So he goes down. Perfect. Okay, now it's just a matter of working this guy until he goes down. We don't want her to kill him. If she kills him, I don't think we're getting the experience. So we got to keep an eye on this to see who's getting the experience. Okay, who did that? Party gained 250. Emmowen. Emmowen was the one who took him down. Good shot. Now, this is the reason we did it. We want the plate mail. We want all of this stuff. As a matter of fact, this is my new wardrobe right here. So, let's go ahead and select everybody in our party. Because when you select everybody, the leader is the one who picks the stuff up. Like that. Now, let's talk to her.
Think carefully.
Jacques?
So, thank you for risking yourselves on my behalf. I know what you're thinking. You see my dark skin and won't trust me. I'm a dark elf, but I'm an outcast. I need your help. I no longer receive my powers from the spider gods. If you're familiar with Lilith, you know what she's talking about. The goddess Shar grants me wisdom. And I don't know much about Shar, but she's a surface divinity. So now she's basically a drow elf roaming the surface. Now, I'm going to bring her in only because we want to take a look at her and maybe take a couple things from her. So she's going to, You know what I always say? I say this is them paying the tax for us helping them. It has nothing to do with race. We don't need you. We don't judge people. We'll take you in. Boom. Awesome. So, now that little dingle you just heard is our reputation going down 2 points because we took in an evil person. But this is Vaconia. I did not bother to change the NPC portraits. I did for the initial party that I'm going to run, but not for all the other NPCs. I don't get paid to do it. I'm not going to do it. Extra work. Okay, let's look at Vaconia. First of all, who is she? She is a 2nd level cleric, and she is proficient with a mace and a sling. Her strength... See, I like to use my clerics as fighters. So this right here would serve no purpose for us. She's basically a back of the party healer. Now this is awesome. A 19 dex because she is an elf. If you want to dual class her into a thief, she would be an awesome thief. Constitution is garbage. She is squishier than SpongeBob. Intelligence, that's decent. Wisdom is a little, it's a little high for normal sake, but this is actually low for a cleric. And we can call her above average, but still, no. Okay, let's go in and see what she's got. She's got a mace, which we'll take. She's got a leather armor, which we don't need. Can't use it. And see, this is where I start turning down items because we don't need that. And I'll take her shield, even though I don't think we need it. If her shield can do and would be armor class adjustment against missile weapons, we'll keep it. Otherwise, we're going to get rid of it. Now we're going to reform the party, get rid of her. So she paid her tax.
Olsa?
So, you've been very kind in me in the strange enlightened way. Perhaps you're right, though. The Drow were meant to be a race apart. Take care of yourselves all. I mean, for an evil person, she speaks kindly.
Good on you if you saved the day.
Thanks, Emmeline. Okay, here we go.
What is the plan?
Gather the party. Let's get going. I don't know if we can drop... Maybe we'll drop off Khalid at a temple. That's probably the noble thing to do. Let's get going. Let's go here. Let's go to the edge of the map. Actually, I wonder if we should just go south.
With caution.
Now, notice I didn't go to the other edges because I don't want to trigger any more encounters. Our alarm actually went off. So you know what? Let's go to Baragost and stop there. So we're going to come down here again.
You have been waylaid by
Really?
enemies and must defend yourself.
Oh my god, are these like dreadwolves or something? A wolf. Okay, this might be a tough fight.
You require aid?
This might be a tough fight.
My blade will cut you down to
Yes?
size.
Again?
I just grabbed all 3 of them because as soon as this one drops, I gotta get them on this one as soon as possible.
Bleed.
If we make it through here without taking any damage... Oh my gosh, I did not put the new armor on. Okay, perfect. No harm, no foul. Let's do it. We just got another 130 experience for that. And look at this. I do have a broken weapon. Okay, broken weapons are not good for anything. You just drop them. Here we go. I'm going to take the plate mail. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to give the splint to Jaheira. I will give this to Jaheira. I will take this because I'm going to make myself look like one of the Flaming Fists. And this is an extra helm that we really don't need, so we'll sell it. This is a mace. Can't use it. And I'm still going to... You know what? Those might be our blunt objects. And that's it. This will be my extra longsword. That probably go to Minx when we get to him. Jaheira, I will give you this shield because I do know that that works. And just out of curiosity, does this one work? Medium shield -1. Small shield -1. Armor class -1 against piercing. Oh, so it does work. -2 against slashing. Okay, what does this thing do? -1, -2. You know what? Let's keep our shields looking alike. And I'm going to give her the splint. And now Emowyn gets studded leather. And she's just about... I don't even think she can carry that. Nope, that will encumber her. Give it up there. Here we go. Oh, wait. My timer went off. Let's get out of here. We got to go to... We got to go to Baragost. We're going to save once we get to Baragost. And that's south. And I'm going to stay on the road.
Carefully.
Hello, pal.
Here's the dude who's going to tell us about that. And what should I be wary of in this area? Thank you very much. Come on down. Come on down to my house, baby. This is going a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I probably should have given myself a... I should have given myself a 10-minute cushion. What are you? A diseased gibberling? Good, we can deal with that.
What is the plan?
There you go. Everybody's missile
You
weapons.
require aid?
Boom.
My
Feel my
blade will
power.
cut you down
And
to
it's
size.
down. There's another one.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Perfect. Let's go,
As
guys.
needed.
And now we're going to cut south here. It's funny because the mercenaries don't even question why we're wearing their armor. Okay, here's a couple more. Really? Okay, Emowyn, I don't want you in
Yes,
combat. You take this guy out. See if they automatically... Okay, it doesn't matter. And they actually had a little gold on them.
Yes?
What a reward.
Yes.
Here we go. And like I said, we're going to enter... Oh, shucks. What are you? A gibberling. Okay, what do you got for a
Again?
weapon? That.
Ah.
Come on, one-shot him.
For the fallen!
Yeah, good enough. There we go.
Yes.
Ah, nuts on a biscuit. Perfect. And here we go. Here we go. And we should just about be there. And there's Baragost.
What do you need?
So, directions. Yeah, so basically, are we looking for an affordable inn, a place of luxury, need some well-made weapons, or just a place to drown sorrows? I would probably say an affordable inn. You know what? A good smitty. There we go. We've got the best smitty. Tayram Thunderhammer. Furium runs the Thunderhammer smitty. And that's good enough. So, thank you for your help. Boom. And that's it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pause it. And you know what? Let's quick save it. Quick save, pause. Hey, if you like this, give me a like. If you didn't like it, give me a sympathy like anyway. If you're watching me on Twitch, please hit the follow button. If you're watching me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. If you do either of those things, please tell 10 of your family, friends, and pets about my channels. Also, Grumpy Gnome Fishing. If you don't know 10 family, friends, and pets, tell 5 of them twice. If you don't know 5 family, friends, and pets, go out, buy yourself a hamster, name the hamster Boo, and if you get that reference, leave a comment below. If you don't get the reference, check out episode 3. I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here. 5, 4, 3. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oops.